Hi ladies, it's our iBloom in Business Tuesday tip. And today I'm going to talk to you about creating an ideal schedule. And if you've read the iBloom in Business book, you know how important this is to what I teach at iBloom in Business. Because everything is centered around helping you make time for the things that matter most to you. And that may look different than your girlfriend, it may look different than your husband, it may look different than my schedule. But it's choosing those priorities or those things that you value most and making sure that you have those scheduled into your time. And so I want to go over a couple of tips today. The first one is you have to track your time. You have to start with how are you currently spending the 168 hours that you have per week. Now, you may be thinking, there's no way I have 168 hours, but we all do. And I think that you'll find this very eye-opening of how you're currently spending your time. And so there's a tracking form that I'll post in the comment section that will allow you to download a schedule and you can track your time. I would encourage you to start today and run for the next week of really looking at how are you spending your time. Do that for your work time. Make sure you kind of categorize things from marketing to social media time to email to one-on-one clients, anything that you're doing in your business. But also be sure to do this from a personal aspect. How often are you watching TV? How much time are you wasting on Pinterest? How much time are you wasting on Facebook? How are you currently spending your time? So that's step number one. Step number two is to create an ideal schedule. So based on how you're currently spending your time, I want you to look at that and then create an ideal schedule of how you want to spend your time. This is the goal. And obviously things happen in our schedules from week to week, and it's not always possible for it to go according to plan. However, you will be amazed once you tell your time where to go, how much more efficient you are, how much less time you waste, but more importantly, how you're able to do the things that matter most to you. Create categories. This is something that's really, really important in the ideal schedule, and I'll show you on the next screen how I live this out in my life. But by categorizing the different projects that you have in a big scheme, so from business to personal life, you'll be able to incorporate those in your schedule. And so you'll see from a business, and again, these are just ideas. You'll probably have different categories, additional categories, or maybe these don't make sense to you. So don't put those. But marketing, one-on-one, if you see one-on-one clients, networking time, design time, planning projects, and then wrap-up time, which I'll explain in a moment. Then from a personal perspective, your quiet time or your business meeting with God, exercise, home projects, date night, family time, time with friends, and the list goes on and on. So let me show you my schedule. This is actually for this semester currently. And you'll see from this, I have it color coded. So the dark purples, that's my personal time. It's how I choose to invest in myself. So my workout time, my quiet time, me time on Thursday evenings while my husband's gone. And then on Sundays, there are several places as well. And so those are places where I'm intentionally investing in myself. Then you'll see dark pink, that's my time with my daughter. Again, obviously I spend a whole lot more time with her, but those are intentional moments where my cell phone's turned off, where I'm really engaged in an activity with her and I'm not allowing other things to distract me. The light blue, those are kind of my home things. So home projects I do. I'm off on Mondays and Fridays, as you'll see, as well as the weekend. And then kind of dinner and cleanup, and that's, again, family time for us. So those are things of taking care of my home. It could be hospitality things, prepping food, all kinds of things. Light purple, those are my iBloom work projects. And you'll see if it's bolded, it's an actual appointment with someone. If it's not bolded, those are project times where I'm actually working on things. And so let me kind of show you a couple of the things. One of the categories is projects. And that comes directly from my 3 to 5 goals for the year. And so if you've read the iBloom in Business book, you know that I believe in taking your vision for the year and breaking it down into 3 to 5 goals. And then from there, you create your detailed action plan. And so when I get to project time in my schedule, I pull out the project plan for that particular project, that detailed action plan, and I have it laid out so I know exactly what I need to be working on as part of that project. And so that helps me. I have prep time for prepping my mastermind group and the inner circle videos. I lead a team at iBloom, so I have lots of time with them as well. So you can see my light purple. Then I have dark green. That's our intentional family time that we spend together. And then time with my husband. So Wednesday nights are carved out. We don't do anything on Wednesday nights unless it's like an emergency. That's my date night with my husband. And then on Friday nights, that's really our family night, but we might do things with friends. But Wednesday nights are definitely only our time. We don't allow anything to invade that space if at all possible. And then Saturday nights, we might do a mix of a date night. We might do a date out with family or friends, or some sort of neighborhood activity that night. And then I have my small group and family day on Sunday. And so you'll see the idea of this is not to become legalistic about the schedule, but I know my priorities. I know my friends are important. If I don't have lunches scheduled, then 1, it doesn't happen, or 2, back in the early days, I thought, oh, I don't have anything to do. And really I had tons to do in my business, especially in the beginning. And so I would allow that to invade every other area. And so what I've really learned is that by having those scheduled times, again, I can make time for what matters most. My huddle, that's in the middle of my work time, but it's a space that's really important to me. It's a discipleship huddle that I'm a part of. So again, it's making time for the things that are most important as from a work perspective, but also a personal perspective. So you'll see in the comment section, there's the schedule, and you can use that first to track your time for a week. See how you're currently spending it. And then download the form again to identify how do you really want to spend your time. And this will be so helpful moving forward so that, again, you're able to make time for what matters most. And I know a lot of you work another full-time job in addition to growing your business. And this is even more important to you because your time is so sacred. It's so special. And so you have to make sure that you're having, your day job, but also you're having time to work on the business, but you're also scheduling time for your family and friends and me time. Those are all important components to building a successful business and living a life we love. So let me know if you have questions. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.